The 2026 Honda Interstate is the kind of motorcycle that quietly redefines what real touring excellence feels like, blending timeless American cruiser soul with Honda's legendary precision in a way that makes every mile feel effortless, confident, and deeply satisfying. Because it doesn't try to impress with noise or aggression, but instead wins you over through its smooth power delivery, rock-solid stability, and an unmatched sense of comfort that turns long rides into something you actually look forward to, rather than prepare for, making it a machine that feels less like a bike you ride and more like a trusted companion, built to carry you across open highways, endless horizons, and unforgettable journeys. Without ever asking for more than your trust, the 2026 Honda Interstate stands as a symbol of refined strength and quiet confidence, a motorcycle designed for riders who understand that true power lies in balance, comfort, and reliability, where every throttle twist feels smooth and controlled, every mile feels stable and reassuring, and every long stretch of road becomes an invitation rather than a challenge, making it a machine that doesn't just move you forward, but surrounds you with a sense of ease, control, and freedom that defines what a premium touring motorcycle should truly feel like. The 2026 Honda Interstate feels like a motorcycle that was built for riders who believe the road should never rush them, a machine that values presence over noise and confidence over chaos, delivering an experience that starts calm and slowly reveals its strength the longer you stay in the saddle. From the moment it rolls into view, the Interstate gives off a sense of authority that doesn't need aggressive angles or sharp edges, because its design speaks the language of classic American touring, while quietly reminding you that modern engineering is working. Beneath every curve, this motorcycle doesn't chase speed for headlines. Instead, it delivers a steady, deliberate flow of power that feels perfectly matched to open highways, wide horizons, and those endless stretches of road where time seems to slow down. When the engine comes to life, there's a reassuring smoothness that instantly separates it from nervous or twitchy machines, making it clear that this bike was built for riders who value control, balance, and long-term comfort over short bursts of adrenaline. Out on the highway, the Interstate feels planted and composed, holding its line with a calm confidence that makes long-distance riding feel almost effortless, as if the bike itself understands the rhythm of the road and adapts to it naturally. The weight of the bike works in its favor, creating a grounded feeling that absorbs imperfections in the pavement and turns rough stretches into smooth, predictable movement that never feels unsettling or unstable. Rider comfort is clearly a priority here, with a seating position that encourages hours of riding without strain, allowing the rider to stay relaxed, alert, and connected to the machine without fighting fatigue. The suspension setup feels tuned for real-world American roads, handling everything from city streets to long highway cruises, with a balanced response that keeps the ride composed, without feeling overly soft or disconnected. What truly stands out is how quiet and refined the ride feels, not in terms of sound alone, but in how every input feels intentional, controlled, and free from unnecessary vibration or harshness. This is a motorcycle that doesn't demand constant attention, allowing the rider to focus on the journey, the scenery, and the simple pleasure of motion, rather than constantly managing the machine. On longer rides, the Interstate begins to reveal its true character, proving that it was designed not just to get from point A to point B, but to make the entire journey feel meaningful and unhurried. There's a sense of trust that develops between rider and bike, where each mile reinforces the idea that this machine was built to last, built to endure, and built to carry its rider far beyond the limits of a short weekend ride. The throttle response is smooth and predictable, delivering power in a way that feels natural rather than forced, making acceleration feel confident without ever being intimidating. At cruising speeds, the bike feels relaxed, almost as if it's operating well within its comfort zone, leaving plenty of reserve power for passing or climbing, without any sense of strain. This calm demeanor doesn't make the Interstate boring. Instead, it makes it reassuring. A motorcycle that feels ready for whatever the road brings, without needing to prove anything. For riders who appreciate craftsmanship, the attention to detail is evident in how everything feels solid, well-fitted, and designed with longevity in mind rather than short-term trends. The Interstate speaks to a type of rider who values consistency, reliability, and comfort, someone who understands that the best rides aren't always the fastest, but the ones that feel effortless and memorable. There's a timeless quality to this bike, a feeling that it could just as easily be ridden today as it could be years from now, without ever feeling outdated or out of place. In a world filled with overstimulating machines, The 2026 Honda Interstate stands out by offering clarity, balance, and purpose, reminding riders that sometimes the most powerful experience is simply enjoying the road ahead. By the end of a long ride, the Interstate doesn't leave you exhausted or overwhelmed. Instead, it leaves you wanting to keep going, to extend the journey, and to trust that this motorcycle will carry you as far as you're willing to ride.